Okay, we're back. We're gonna announce the trade now. We talked about Project X trades disgruntled infielder Jaime Shama to Insane for Michael Stanley Richty, and Michael Stanley Richty goes to his third team in 3 minutes. He's then traded along with Elliot Antaby from Project X to the Twins for Abraham Haber and Moses Eastman. So Maurice Haber gets his wish of playing with his two sons. I don't know if his two sons have the same wish, but and then for the unfortunate part is Moses Eastman is probably out of a job, and and maybe this could be the end of the rope for Moses.
Well, I'm hearing through the organization that Haber has some kind of deal in place to trade Moses to a Lakewood team, and the Lakewood Peyote Club from Route 9. They give out free knishes after the game and all that good stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's any truth to that. Have you heard anything?
I have not heard anything about Moses, who didn't arrive in the clubhouse yet. I didn't hear anything of him packing up and leaving yet. Elliot Anthony, by the way, did not play this week. He had something, and so he never picked up his Project X uniform or anything. But we are having a video tribute in his honor when we play that team. Thank you for the memories, and and we wish you good luck.
Actually, maybe Elliot Anthony was smart enough not to show up.
I think we got a caller, by the way.
By the way, Moses Eastman, just so everybody knows, called all 108 guys in the league because JT wasn't calling him, so he wanted to find out a little about it. He's extremely upset, and so he still thinks he has a little life left into him. We got a call.
Right there, line 2.
Call, you're on the air.
Hello there, this is Jemal, member of the Salomon Youth Organization.
How are you, Mr. Jemal? First of all, welcome to the YMSL.
Thank you, Mr. Morabia. I have to tell you, this league is one of the greatest I've ever taken part in, and hats off to you guys.
Thank you very much. So, tell us about your first at-bat in your illustrious career.
Oh, the first at-bat was a real beaut. You had a couple of guys on base, but they weren't exactly speedsters. So I knew I'd have to put it in the gap to get them home. Knock it in the gap. Took my time getting to second. Pick off the three, but I decided, pulling easy. First game of the season, didn't stretch much. Wanted to just close it. Second, I ended up scoring a run.
Well, I was over on Memorial 3, and the waiver wire came over. Everyone was hearing about this double. They said any other person in the league would have had at least a triple. Most would have had a home run. There's rumors that you stopped between first and second to pick up a bagel on the way or something.
No, didn't stop. I had a slight hesitation just looking at the ball in between first and second base. It was really a glorious shot. I mean, I just had to take note of it. I checked it out as it pierced through the gap, then put my head down and jogged right to second base.
And how was it your first time catching reigning World Series MVP, A.B. Saka?
This guy is some pitcher, and I've been a spectator for some time now. I don't think anyone pitches like him. He hits every target. He's got a great fastball, changeup, and even a knuckler. A knuckler like R.A. Dickey's.
And I know over the off season you went to his ranch a few times, and you were practicing all these different pitches and everything. What can you tell us about your team? What is your team called? The Fountain of Youths in the clubhouse. I know a lot of people were questioning if Eli should be in center field over Erwin Cohen, and there seemed to be like there was going to be some controversy in the clubhouse there.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy brewing outside of the club, but inside the club we were very exact on how we wanted the field to be aligned. Owen in left, Eli in center, Eddie Ginsey in right. There may be a few changes here or there, but
not forget that you were missing a very key component of your franchise. One Edmund Dweck.
When we get to get out on first, I mean, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
This team is going to be station to station unless we put up fences, by the way.
Yeah.
Not to mention they're going to be raising their own cattle next to the fields.
Eli's pretty bad.
We can't wait for those team dinners at Dougie's, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Call a week in advance, please.
So Jacob, tell us who's your big influence growing up and taught you how to hit? Because rumor has it you're the best hitting Jemal, for whatever that's worth. Who?
My pop.
Oh, RBJ?
YMSL Hall of Famer. Yes, RBJ.
He's a Hall of Famer?
Oh, yeah, you can check the archive on that. If you're not in there, I'm sure I'll be in quite soon.
He definitely should be in there. I agree with you on that. Bob?
I really think you should be in there.
We'll bring it up at the next meeting and see how many votes he can accumulate.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, Mr. Jemal, thanks for calling in, and good luck the rest of the way in your rookie season.
I just want to make note that next week I am playing against the Sabon Sanity squad, which on its team has my brother Joseph Jemal, so I'm sure, the ticket prices may be hiked up for the Jemal v. Jemal saga, but please try to come out. Bring your kids, bring your dogs, bring your pooch to the park, and enjoy the game.
And sure enough, I think you have you're the premier game on Memorial 1, so obviously the networks are taking note of that.
Looking forward to meeting you, young man. Come over, introduce yourself, and I'll sign a ball for you.
Okay, surely.
Did you catch both games?
I did catch both games.
All right, very good. So got a future there, NRJ, for the Gold Glove.
Excellent defensive catcher, and easily the best hitter in the family.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a Hillel Yeshiva star for a few years. He's a serious hitter.
All right. Mr. Jemal, thank you for calling in. We'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
All right, thank you. Jacob Jemal with a nice debut in the YMSL.
Yeah, he was very confident coming in, and he says he's going to bat, very well this year. He's very, very confident.
Yeah, he's and I remember him when he was 7 years old, and he used to stand on the sidelines and waiting for his opportunity. So anyway, that was all right. So the next call. We got disconnected. All right, I'm sure he'll call back.
I think Robert Rednesser was on the horn actually, and lost his connection, I guess, in the car phone.
Well, that phonograph he uses doesn't really get such great service these days.
Yeah, Robert Red, he was extremely disappointed, but was happy after his Game 2 comeback victory. So let's look at this week's schedule coming up. As we mentioned, the feature game once again, Sabon Sanity at Memorial 1. And versus the Fountain of Youths, A.B. Saka, without a doubt the premier pitcher in the league right now, going up against Morabia and the rest of the gang. Michael, what kind of changes can we look on the defense this week?
Well, I think my outfield is going to be fine, but I think we're going to move around a couple guys in the infield. I'm going to play around with third base, second base, short center, and we'll be good. I mean, I have a good core of young athletic guys that I'm going to be shifting around, and we're going to give it a try.
Okay. All right. So, and then over at Memorial 2, we have the father and son of Dallas 2, Nathan Towell's organization versus JT's Twins, both 1-1. And that should be an interesting matchup. Meyer Safdie going up against Red, and
wow. I mean, you know what? Come to think of it, I guarantee if you turn the clock back 40 to 50 years, Red probably looked just like Meyer Safdie.
You're right.
Think
You're
about
right.
it. This is like a turn back the clock type of game. When
You're
Dallas,
100% right.
when Dallas was on in
the original.
81,
Yeah.
Red probably looked like Meyer Safdie.
That's a great call, by the
Right?
way. Yes. Yeah. Without religious aspect to
Yeah.
it, but yeah,
Right.
perfect.
And Meyer Safdie has vowed not to shave until he loses another game, so he could be, hopefully he loses soon. He's looking a little scary out there.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him the other day. Haas actually said, "Who's that guy with the red beard?" And I thought he was talking about a bush at the field. I didn't even know what it was.
By the way, with Meyer and Red, there may be a future for Moses on one of those teams. I don't know if Meyer's good or not. I never saw him, but you're saying Red is on the major decline here.
No, I mean, I actually heard that Meyer was pretty decent, didn't walk many people, and, so...
Listen, he's not going up against, the Steve Azers and Ike Deeds anymore. And so, if in this league, Meyer Safdie's, and he can hit, so it's not a bad guy to have in there. And again, could Moses and Red coexist as one game each? How would that pan out? Both of them lose a little in the second.
By the way,
game.
that's not a bad idea.
It'd be interesting.
That would be almost as good as having Moses and Kornman as the battery that I had last year.
Kornman got a hit, by the way, against my team this
He actually
this
hit
week.
2 games this
It
week.
was-
I think
he
he got
hit-
more at bats this week than
He
last
hit the
time.
ball around 7 feet, and it went in between the pitcher. If Jaime Shamble was there for that hit, he would have been in perfect position.
Oh my God! So he was. All right, the next matchup over at Memorial 3 is going to be
Insane. Off the bye week.
Insane making their season debut versus the Unknowns. So they're going up against the undefeated team, and it's going to be interesting to see how now with their new addition of a smiling out Jaime Shama over there. We'll see. We got a call coming in. Irving from the car phone. You're on the air.
How you doing? This is Morabia.
Hi. Who's this?
It's Irving Ganesh.
Oh, how are you?
Irving from the car phone.
Yeah, we
You
just
said it.
I got 8,000 Irvings. How you doing, Mr. Batesh?
So yeah, I just wanted to call and clear the air on that hope for the season. I remember that year, and I came up with a clutch hit in the last day, and I was hoping that I could get some background, some evidence, and I went online, and it was actually against Norman Gez. Jamal and Douglas Dweck was on that team as well. I went 1 for 4 on the final day.
Okay.
Was that after the fielders left? When was that?
I actually, if my memory recalls correctly, I think it was the first at-bat of the day. Got it right out of the way.
Oh.
It was a nice line drive up the middle.
Well, we're actually going to the archives right now.
The Elias Sports Bureau has pulled up that book. You were on the eligible Bachelorette.
Sure.
And you got a hit in the second
RBI.
inning.
Oh, wow.
It was an RB. There he is. Yeah, he got a hit in the second inning, his
To the
first at
pitcher,
bat.
yeah.
Listen, I appreciate the shout out, Norman, and I am trying to get better every year. I really think if I get more at bats,
Wow, actually,
and I think this could be a breakout year for me offensively, and I just need to, keep it locked down on second base.
all right. On behalf of the Doug Less Report, we offer our sincere apologies for that.
By the way, for those wondering,
Hazid hitter is a Hazid hitter, but 0-4 is a different level,
for those
I
wondering,
think we'll go a long way today.
for those wondering if you had an impact in that game, your team lost 20-5.
And then that was, I think we gave up 20 runs in both games. If the records are correct. But yeah, it was really, this week was a lot of fun. Norman's team is good. The pitcher was very good. I felt like in the second game, the balls were coming in a little differently, but he was definitely scary in the first game. He has that riser when he gets ahead of you, but definitely the team got a little down, you could tell, and it was definitely different.
Yeah, what was impressive about your team is you went down 6-0, and you guys didn't get down, and your pitcher totally took control of the game after that first inning.
Yeah, it was awesome. And Mr. Kornman did a good job of calming him down after he had a couple walks in the beginning.
Yeah.
But that first game was really both teams just fighting back and forth. It was really a lot of fun to be a part of. And play was unfortunate in the field when Nathan's also on your team got hurt on that diving play.
Yeah.
There was miscommunication in the outfield. That was definitely a big play for us. But I just wanted to mention Haas, his first at bat came with a 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. No one on, down 2 runs. He throws up, gets a single, I pinch ran for him, and George
Jordy's home run in that inning was basically a glorified fly ball. He hit unbelievable all day, but the actual home run to take the win.
Where was it, right field?
It was right center, miscommunication. Who called? I got it, you got it. Then Zolta went diving for it in the last second.
Well, I was on first, and I was thinking about before the play for fly ball to tag from first to second, and I didn't even go halfway because I thought it was going to get caught. And then if you remember, Norman, Jordy almost outran me running around the base.
He was right behind you.
Your team. If I was scared I was going to trip up, but luckily we pulled it out. And also, don't forget what the ump said, Mr. Morabia, you got to change you have to change the rule book for the hat, just so that we don't have this problem in the future.
Also, we had the first ever balk.
Oh yeah, we have to mention
as
about
well.
that.
Yes.
That balk was great. That was so funny. But you don't understand how pissed people was if you didn't get that.
Yeah, that was
get that
one of
change.
It was quite bizarre. Your team's D is very strong. Joe Cheer made a diving catch in the game. Lieutenant Dan at third base, very, very strong. Your team all around is very good. I like the unknowns.
I thought so too. I like it. And the truth, not even trying to be funny, I don't know most of the guys on my team from a hole in the wall, but even our outs were like, well, the ball was flying for everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the weather, but there was a lot of power in our lineup all the way to the 8th spot. And then, whatever, I was actually considering asking my captain for me to like hang up the bat now that I went 3 for 7 in the first week.
Right.
Maybe I could finish the season above 400, but I'm sure there's like a minimum bat count for it to count.
Yeah, but who would have thought actually that play in the first inning of when Jackie Haber overran would have come back to haunt your team. That was a run, possibly two, or at least one of them. He lost by run. It was two runs.
It was a 2-run homer to make it 8-0, and ended up going 6-0.
His first career at bat in the YMSL.
Unbelievable.
And the kid missed the second, and he cost his team possibly the game.
That was something. And when you get down that big early, as Norman could say for the second game, it could be deflating. And I think a big thing that went overlooked also, we went down 6-0. Jordy's first at bat, home run. I mean, it gives you that feeling like right away. 6-1 up and even scored again that inning, but that was a big, to get
give you a little
up.
confidence.
The whole game were fighting adversity coming back. I thought both teams showed a lot of heart, and then in the second game, for whatever reason, I don't know if the whole Shama situation has anything to do with it, but the morale on Project X was definitely a little low.
It was definitely carryover because we came back in the last inning in the first game, and then we still blew the lead after that. It was definite carryover, and you guys blew us out in the first inning, and we just couldn't recover from it.
Well, also, I mean, I'm not putting down a player on another team, but I definitely saw a difference in your pitcher in the second game. It was almost like facing a different guy. I have respect for Mr. Adid. His father took us to Game 5 of the World Series last year, but there was definitely something missing on the ball in the second game. They were just coming over the plate.
That's amazing. I don't know whether it could happen so fast. I mean, all right. Thank you very much, Irving, and we look forward to seeing you the rest of the way. And good luck with the unknowns.
Thank you.
All right. Good night. Bye-bye.
So yeah, no, he's right. The game 2 was, but it had, by the time Yedid reached the mound in game 2, I don't know what happened. Our whole team was just very deflated, and even though 5 runs is not that much in this league, it was just
first of all,
everything
when
that
you
happens.
lose a heartbreaker, especially when you have a big lead, usually there's a carryover involved. So but that was a pretty big carryover, 18-0.
Yeah.
So we'll have to look at that. So now the rest of the matchups, we have Mabadif, we said, versus the Unknowns at Memorial.
Insane versus the Unknowns.
So Insane's got to go up against 2-0 team, and again, Insane is not not the exciting
most
team.
exciting team on the board.
But nonetheless, I think.
But you know what? But it is a bunch of veterans that know how to play with each other. So I think they'll be all right. And plus,
they'll be fine.
I'm looking at Leo Casson to have a big year.
Yeah.
Insane will be fine, and I like every person on the team. Sonny, Mars, this one, each guy's a good guy. I hate this team as a team, though. It's enough already.
Yeah.
How many years?
Yeah, it's just like they plug in different guys every year.
Like, I really hope they miss the playoffs just so they
It
could break up the team.
would have been the same exact team if Sammy Towell was on that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everyone else was there
same.
every year.
You know, and they have the return of Lee Zakaria, who was rehabbing in Tel Aviv for a couple of weeks, so he's back, and so they should be at full strength. Should be an interesting matchup, and who knows? We'll see how good the unknowns there really are. The final game at Meadowbrook is going to be Morabia versus Project X. So you guys going to go up against Mikey Shalom. Certainly a very hittable pitcher to come back against, and so we'll see how you guys rebound this week.
We feel we hit well, even though we got shut out the second game and we were sleepwalking. We hit well. Our field was very, very weak, which we're going to get better at, and I think we're going to be fine. I do.
So, okay. Well, certainly you don't want to start at 0-4, 1-3. So I mean, you guys definitely.
Well, you know what? Not for anything, but. And I'm sure they're feeling the pressure to turn it around, these guys. But our pre-season report, we all had our reservations about that team.
About Project X?
Yes, especially with Maurice making those 2 picks that were questioned, where he could have had Jordy, who, if I might add, had how many RBIs?
8 monster game.
I think more than Project X all week combined, 2 games. So. Once again, Haber is going to be playing in the Tahina League and enjoying it with them.
But he felt he had the best team by far. We'll see what happens. We have Steve from the Hamptons on line 1.
Hey, Bobby, what's up?
Hi, how you doing? Steve from the Hamptons.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, how are you?
Miss you guys this year.
Oh, this is Mr. Azer. How are you? How's it going?
How's it going? That's all I know.
Where are you? What's your story this year?
It's very interesting. When you were in the league, you never called in. Now you're calling in?
Well, things change. I got my son's 8-year-old travel baseball this year, so that's keeping me busy all weekend.
Uh-huh.
I do play ball on weekday night, so that's still intact.
Right. So, all right, very good. So, actually, we missed you this year, and we thought maybe you jumped ship to the Brooklyn League.
No, that I'll never do. We can't go that. We can't go that route yet.
We're glad to hear that.
Yeah, but I'm always around. You guys can always give me a call. I'm always available on any given day if it works out.
Can I recruit you right now?
The league looks pretty interesting this year. You got a lot of young kids there.
Yeah, a lot of young. We have 30 new guys. A lot of kids between 18 and 22. And, we're a little, the pitching's a little, in the work in progress. But other than that, the league's very deep. So, it's...
They give the young guys a chance. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's, if they don't get a chance, it's never going to develop.
Right. Just look at Steven Strasburg. That's what you got to be looking for.
Steve.
Yeah.
Sabon here.
Sabon, what's up, buddy?
Can I offer you a recruit position on one of my tournament teams this coming spring, summer?
Yeah, definitely. Put me down. Yeah, I'll maybe have a good winning team. If you got the right guys, I'll play. I don't need guys with bad backs. They're breaking down in the middle of the tournament. There was a few guys last year. I don't know. People disappear. They're coming back.
Don't worry. I'm going to have only the best.
Okay. Put me down. And Ali Marshall will contact me. He's got my number.
Okay. He's already on the team.
Steve, but what can we look forward to in 2013? Is there a comeback possibility in the YMSL?
I think I'm a little edgy on Sunday mornings, so I do enjoy my son's travel team, but I do miss the action Sunday morning. So definitely a good possibility I'll be back.
Okay, all right. So that's good to hear, and good luck enjoying your Sundays off. And when's the first weekend at Hamptons?
Not this year. Maybe July 4th. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Weekend.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for calling in, Steve.
Thanks. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks for calling in.
All right, Azer got a totally different Sunday program.
I think
no Hamptons, no softball.
That call was to try to cement the fact that he does
wants to
want to
come
come back. and don't forget about
Yeah,
him
exactly.
and all that type of stuff. But
The fact he's even watching when he's out in the league.
I mean, did he? I
That's-
wasn't quite hearing him right. Did he say he joined the Sandusky League of Baseball in the Hamptons? I didn't understand what that was.
We'll leave that. But Steve Azer itching to get back. It sounded like, and I think there's quite a few teams that could use his service.
Well, maybe him and Moses could put on a clinic in Lakewood somewhere and teach those guys how to play. Start drafting some new pitchers.
I think a couple of captains would give their mothers right now to get Azer.
Oh, Haber for sure would. He actually tried to trade his grandmother to my team for
By the way, the scores weren't
Mr.
that
Ira
crazy.
Schulman.
It wasn't crazier than any other week. It wasn't like 42-12.
No, there was a couple of blowouts, and
it was 18-0.
18-0, but that was a mercy game.
Norm, it was 18-0. It's not. It wasn't 3-0. It was 18-0
18-0 aside.
Nah,
Yeah,
it was 10-1, 10-2,
Yeah, but
10-1.
There's always
9-0.
that though.
There was some bad games, you know. But
Yeah,
there
weren't
was
too many
couple
close
of
games.
classics.
The 18-0 really sticks out there.
Yeah, it was a 2 one-run games. Two
The
great
only
games.
close games were the 8-7 game.
And 11-10.
And
That was a great
11-10.
game. No, there were 2 great games. But listen, I think the first week it's a little sloppy.
And both in game 1. Game 2 in all games looked like a disaster, by the way. 18-0, 13-1, 10-5, and 10-2 in game 2.
Right. So,
Bad for ratings. Bad
Yeah.
for the TV networks. They were not happy with that.
nonetheless, we had sellout crowds in all 4 stadiums, and
Yeah.
you saw the traffic leaving.
It was
36.
crazy. It was very frustrating, by the way.
Yeah.
To sit in that traffic when both games end at the same time.
Yeah.
It's,
You know, I mean, it was but that opening day, you know, the excitement was.
but
in
they
the
did
air.
redo that intersection for us on 36
Yeah,
and 35 to alleviate that in the future.
Props out to the transportation department,
Yes.
and Chris Christie, and
And the Zarrow
And the guy who you interviewed me.
Frank Pallone.
Frank Pallone, right?
Frank Pallone, who was gracious enough to come on the air, and
Didn't he throw out the first pitch at Haber's game?
Chris Christie actually had dinner with Moses the other night. Did you know that?
I heard they ran out of hot dogs by Dougie's. Christie was sucking them down like Tic Tacs.
But so anyway, it was after week 1. It was a way to some teams to work out some of the kinks, and now some guys are coming back that we're missing, and I think everybody's going to be in full strength. The weather's warming up, so I think you're going to see a lot more exciting softball.
I'm gonna actually get
Rest of the way.
a weather preview. See what's going on for this.
I think they said
coming
like
week.
64 and sunny.
The very reliable YMSL meteorologist department.
Well, we're looking at a 64-degree Sunday with a easterly wind, about 8 knots, and it's going to be plenty of sunshine for this weekend. And it looks like we're going to have a great weekend to play.
And actually, our producers are trying to get a hold of Maurice Haber to get his view of the whole Jaime Shama situation. I know he's been ducking the media, Maurice.
Especially after an 0-2 start.
Yeah.
But of course, he is currently in the Shawarma Basketball League that is going on in Brooklyn, and he's once again running around with a bunch of camel jockeys trying to drop a grenade in a basket.
At some point, the media is going to find, the people that they need to find, whether it's
Yeah.
Jaime, whether it's Jemal who made the trade, and Maurice, and we'll get the truth will always come out.
Actually, I'm wondering how much say Jack Jemal even had in this trade.
Well, he's the captain, isn't he?
Yeah, but
when you have Jaime Shama and Morris Shama huddling in the Memorial 3.
But Jack was at Memorial 3 lobbying for the trade. He was talking to Maurice right after the game, wanting to make a trade.
Yeah.
So I think he was in on it. Morris was there. They were all there. The whole insane back office was there. Marty the G was there.
Yeah.
So
And oddly enough, Michael Stanley Richtie coming off a great year last year. It was definitely not expected he was going to be on 3 teams in one day.
yeah.
So
I do want to say one thing. I mean, with this panel and being the first week and everything, I would expect a little bit more of the players calling in giving their views. I mean, if we're going to sit here and critique everybody and go over all the plays, we should at least have some of these guys calling in. Especially, we'd like to hear from some of the new, younger guys in the league, not just the same old guys that have been calling in.
It takes time every year, though. Irv called in; he never called in before.
Yeah, but you got to limit these guys from talking for 7 to 8 minutes. I mean, each call should be 2 minutes. We don't need to go to old stats.
I'd love to hear from our old colleague Doug Dweck. How's that for? I'd like to know what his thoughts.
Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa. I'd like to know what his thoughts are being a full-time.
By the way, we got a tweet from Albert Towell at YMSL Softball saying, in order to increase ratings next week, we should have a segment where we watch paint dry instead of having Steve Iser on the air. So a disgruntled fan calling about
a disgruntled old employee of the YMSL.
Yes,
never a player.
We are not allowed to discuss the parting of the ways with Albert on the air. That's in the contract.
Rumor has it he's running the Massachusetts Hasidim team and up there, and how's that going? I wonder.
He's doing good. Expanded actually. From Boston up to Brookline, they got 27 teams, and the Irish Catholic division over there with the Kennedys playing. It's a big.
And there's rumors of interleague play between our league and theirs in the future, but nothing.
Maybe
nothing
there's a spot for a guy like Moses to join the old O'Reilly.
You should be his agent, by the way. You're shopping him around.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm thinking about I might be able to use him on my team. I mean, I'm going to give Buwabe another. Go at it, and if not, then if I could pick him up off, I mean, I can't pick him up, period. But if we could sign him off waivers, then maybe we could have a spot for him cooking hot dogs or something like that for the team.
And I have to say, Moses has nothing but good things to say about you as a captain last year. Honestly, he says, I go away. He goes, I said. But did he go off? He goes, I wish he went off a couple of times. I wish it was the old Sabon. Maybe the guys on the team would have been like, he enjoyed playing with you. And he
look, you know what? I go back with Moses a long time. He's a great guy. And you know what? As a captain, I'm trying to be a little more restrained and not really go that nuts on people, especially the young guys. So, I mean, I appreciate Moses loving the Sabon of old. But now, at 38, I'm not 28, and I'm not just going to kill people point blank. I mean, I'll throw out my jabs and my screams, and everyone's going to hear it. And if they don't like it, they could join the Brookline teams or the Lakewood teams or whatever. But, I appreciate that, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, there's no secret that the YMSL could have had 12 teams by now if it wasn't all the players you drove away over the years.
I think we could. I think one short segment we should come up with a list of guys that I drove out of baseball for good.
We got a call coming in.
Eddie from Baton Rouge calling. Eddie, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
This is a weekly caller, Eddie from Baton Rouge. This is Eddie Hakeem of Sabon Saturday.
I have to call all the time now that my captain's on.
Eddie, first of all, congratulations on a great week one you put up this week.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I would have liked to get a couple extra hits, but you can't always go 1,000,
You can't always bat 1,000, and the big question about you going into the year was that you're getting a fielding position this year, which you really wanted. And what's the status on that right now? How'd that go?
Well, let me answer that, and then you could say it. I gave Eddie a very fair opportunity. I know the guy's a tremendous player, and short center seems to be a great position for him, and he has the full capability of taking the taking the position full time, and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Actually, ironically, with your great offensive lineup, Red Nesser told me in the pregame show that the guy who hits him the best is Eddie Hakeem, and it was true to form after Sunday's game.
Oh,
you have his number, I'll tell you.
Absolutely. I just sit back, wait for that ball to come across. Hope it doesn't die before
A couple of them died like 57 feet. They were.
They just stopped.
Yeah, but he's amazing, Red. He looked like he had nothing in game one. He had a little extra.
How old is he? What is his age?
He doesn't have an actual age.
Red
It's a range.
I believe Red is 62.
I think he's even more than that, maybe.
I believe Red is 62.
Closer to 120.
I was talking about in dog years. He's actually 498.
But you know what? He's still playing. He got a split against a top hitting team.
Well, he said he was at the game with Bobby Thompson shot hit around the world. What was that? 51.
He was warming up in the bullpen at that moment.
He drove Bobby Thompson
In a stagecoach. I heard he has a lifetime deal with Henry Ford to sponsor his cars.
Good old Red. So he's still around every year.
I gotta help my wife in with some packages.
Do the right thing.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, thank you very much, Eddie Hakeem, being a good husband for. Eddie Hakeem with a huge week one. So your lineup is pretty stacked. I think you're going to be fine the rest of the way once you figure out your defensive, players, and you'll be good.
Yeah, I like it. I like the team.
And Norman, your franchise, we don't know what direction that's going to go.
We don't know where we're going, but last year the team that won was 1-5. So, we only have to go with one game the next 2 weeks to match that. And then hopefully we'll win 15 in a row like they did.
Yeah, that's true. So,
no, the truth, it's very, very early. After week 3 or 4, everything will settle down and we'll see where the standings are, We'll go from there.
I think with this trade, I think all the players are going to be more at ease now. That there's a lot of disgruntled. Abraham Haber playing now. You got a solid right fielder.
Yeah.
I think it's going to help a lot. I think Max Yedid will be more relaxed, and everybody else. So I think
it's actually good for all the teams involved. I think so.
Yeah. So that's it for the show tonight, and I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for week 2. Thank you.